Let me check the data for today. Do we have any data? Not really. We don't have any data today. Like nothing. This is something you can catch, right? This is in 15 minutes. You go to 1 minute after this major liquidity has been taken, we get this really tiny number, but still it's not enough to go for a buy. We don't have anything though. No inversion, breakout structure, nothing. All the flow is completely vanished. There is no point of going bearish, right? So, boom, accumulation, liquidity sweep, and the accumulation after the liquidity sweep inversion, obviously this high, one and two taken. Then it's rebalancing this gap for this balance. It should rebalance. Then it's go all the way up to spot to this body. So for this range, it's a pullback, then try to trade higher. It stopped right here. Sweep, boom, low, liquidity sweep. Particularly see it's with a pullback. Sweep, pullback, got this inversion. So after this inversion, price drop all the way down, take this low. There is no structure, there is no span value gap, there is no breakout structure. Swept this, like take this, not even swept, you can clearly see the candle close below. Come all the way down, close below this swing low, and then it gives a pullback after this. This is a London low as well. If the pullback go all the way up to this spot, in this spot again. This is 930 manipulation. So 930 manipulated higher, drops lower. Manipulated higher, expecting this parallel here. You clearly see this is a breaker inversion plus parallel. You're expecting for a huge drop, huge sell off, strong candle. Then it gives a pullback for this candle. Going to breach this high and it's started to drop all the way down. Boom. Take this low. You clearly see what happened here. 15 minutes is more than enough for you to go for and clear it. Take this low. Still, there is no inversion, there is no breakup structure, there is no displacement, there is no parallel creation in order to go for buy. So I have to be bearish. I have to target at least this. If it's not, so the reason why it's not hold because it's like so after the whole huge drop is in the first leg for the high time frame. So these are all the lower time frame sections. So that's the reason why this is just a manipulation move. It's a Asian session manipulation move to the upside. Because it's a manipulation move. Uh, This move is done as soon as it's reaching the breaker. Whatever you can say. We balance the fire gaps. Now we can clearly see what drop. We got a liquidity sweep. Then for the whole day, it's consolidated, bro. From 12 o'clock itself to 8 o'clock. So 12 to 8 in the sense it is almost like 8 hours, 8 hours straight, 8 or 9 hours straight. It consolidated. And you can clearly see this gap right here beautifully holding the price. This gap right here with the breaker. So this gap right here with this breaker, these are all the internal liquidities. Boom, 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 boom. Proper high, proper low, getting clearly swept. It's still holding the price. As soon as we got the price action, we entered first target would be what is how it's going to break this low would be the will be the following confluence for us to hold the price. Got it? So after this huge consolidation, price point went towards a 9:45 to 8 o'clock manipulation. At 8 o'clock manipulation, then straight back higher, sweep all this high. Now with give this inversion. We got this inversion. And next candle, how it's break this zone. How it's break this zone, bro. This zone has been broke so badly. Ripped so badly below this low. It has been break so badly, created this inefficiency, and you can clearly see it's getting just getting tapped, not even getting to the fair value of nothing. Just getting tapped, drops lower. Just getting tapped, drops lower because drops lower from this internal from this liquidity first, then it's still each and every fair value holding it. Not even a single fair getting disrespected. Holding, drops, take this major liquidity, then it just consolidate around this area. So what is happening in this range? What is this Fibonacci? This Fibonacci is just a 1 hour wick, 1 hour wick. So 1 hour is just rejected out of that 1 hour fair value gap. So there should be a fair value. 1 hour it's rejected out of the 1 hour fair value gap. The following candles rebalances for this whole range. As soon as it reaches that 50% level to break out this fair value gap, it start to trade back higher. And we probably expect this, but it's failed to reach that spot. Instead, in like consequent encroachment level, it start to reject. So low, high, and instead of the high, low, it start to put low and low. So you clearly see that inversion, and it's break and close below this range. And the following candles fail to break this high, instead giving inversions to the downside. Started respect, started disrespect, it started respect. That is breakup structure, displacement, then this fair value gaps. So we can target this, then expect this. Beautifully hold the price and kill all the targets. So this happened in New York session and this happened in London session, like Asian session, especially particularly at around what can I say? Particularly around 9 o'clock. So 8 o'clock market opens here, drops lower. So it's early manipulation, right? So the liquidity sweep, the manipulation should be like this. It should close below that swings. We need to sweep. We need to see the sweep to the downside. Then we need to see the big displacement to the upside, like this inversions, like this. After this is not a proper thing, not a proper sweep, not a proper break, proper fire value. But here, this is the clean sweep, clean respect, clean liquidity getting swept. This is the liquidity. Whole thing has been swept. In fact, next candle almost inverted this, right? The next candle inverted. So this is something you should look for always. This is something you should always look for. So you cannot think about what can I do in the 15 minutes travel here inside the 15, we are sitting inside the 15 minutes travel here. I wait if you wait for the 15 minutes flip and it's already placed here. If you have to have the confidence, you have to have the idea, you have to have the knowledge of your entry should be here, and these are all the confluence. This and this break and this displacement, all the confluences you can hold the price to the next levels, next targets, this and this. But you cannot confuse with these gaps. I taught one guy, and it's I insisted him to focus solely on the recently found fair value gaps. So the recently found fair value gaps in your time frame. If it's 3 or 1, it doesn't matter, but it should focus on that fair value gap. Don't go to 5 minutes or 15 minutes, because if you go to that fair value gap, you should keep an eye on that, but you cannot just go with that fair value gap, because if you're waiting for that to flip, then it's already moved to a certain extent, then you couldn't find it. So according to me, it's clear accumulation, clear manipulation to the downside, then it's went upside, manipulating on time and lost time higher. So all the security, clean sweep, clean inversion, volume inversion. So you can V recovery, right? It's called sweep V recovery. It's called sweep V recovery. This is something you need to look for. It's displaced higher, high, low. It's consolidate for a while, and this is where it's engineered the liquidity. Engineer the liquidity. This is our very first inversion. So very first inversion, big displacement. So after the big drop, price trying to rebalance to a certain level. We don't know where it is. So you can clearly see it's as soon as it's swept, as soon as it will get the big displacement inversion like a V recovery. This is called V recovery, bro. V recovery, right? This is called V recovery. not this. This is a pullback. This is just a pullback. We should look for buy after this break. But this is purely a beta code accumulation, manipulation, nice liquidity sweep. And as soon as we get this inversion, we cannot look for any sort of things, right? The next candle, those are the things we need to be look like focus on, bro. You can clearly see after this sweep, after this clean inversion, after this break. If I'm just waiting for the next candle to form and let the fair value pull back, it's not going to happen every single time because market has the if it if the market traded in a good volume, it won't do those kind of things. They just go all the way up and right all the target. So the best entry for me if I was at this spot, which was around which was around like 17 1930, which is like little okay, not bad. 1945. Okay, what happened next? 5 years, didn't have anything. Right? So declares a big displacement. So and we can also take this highs. So what happened here? Yeah, low, high, low, high. These are all the internal liquidities and basically visit that 75 DRT and we have a big 5 minutes fair value gap. Awesome. 5 minutes fair value gap. So we have the they're bouncing out of the big high time fair value gap, 15 minutes 1 hour. And we engineered the liquidities here. And for this whole range, we having the fair value gap around 75 DRT, engineered liquidity. So how many things? Bouncing out of the high time and fair value gap, we got this inversion, and we got a really good displacement leg. Inside the leg, we can clearly see if we plot this low to this side, this is the lowest low, this is the highest high. If you plot this from this, you can clearly see we have two engineered liquidities here, one and two equal lows. And also we have the fair value gap which aligned with 75 DRT. So this is a high probable place where we can look for buy. Where you can look for buy and targeting what? This could be a good entry. As soon as it's reached, as soon as it's take this liquidity, reach this fair value gap, as soon as we get this inversion, we can enter here to the stop at this level. It's a good straight up move, bro. Around 8 of 18. If you want to go to 3 minutes, want to be even further. So I marked everything and I'm waiting. I marked everything after this liquidity sweep and say the failure. We just look for some sort of buy model to go for an entry. So the 3 minute, it gives that entry right here, fucking right here. So as soon as we get this inversion, we enter as a rejection, we can enter inversion or this rejection. Or set the limit order here with the stop loss here. This is also a solid entry, solid move, solid entry. And the volume is very good. Inversion, inversion, inversion. Even if I'm just entering with this inversion, it's a zero drawdown entry. Zero drawdown entry. Got it? So this is a clean manipulation leg, liquidity sweep, fair value gap, modified ERT, everything has been marked, 3 minute inventory model, 3 minute entry model. All we need to do entering based on this inversion. So we got this getting inverted and next candle rejected here. So we entered here, or else we can enter here, or else we can set the limit order here, and we can just sit on our hands and watch the price action. Just can clearly see how beautifully it's rejecting this level. 5 minutes constant encroachment, rejection, rejection, rejection. Then you got the 3 minute inversion, then rebalance. That's good. And the following candle, what happened? Following candle just rips the fair value gaps. Boom, boom, getting inverted with volume inversion. Volume drop, the volume inversion. This got inverted and this got inverted. So everything has been inverted. We created a lot of fair value gaps, so we can keep our stop losses here. At this point, we can at this spot, if we are entering here, at this point we can break even that we can genuinely move a stop loss to this spot, or else this spot here, very minimum stop loss. And we target what? Breakout structure displacement. First target would be this. First target would be this. Second target would be this. I'm out. around 1 hour, bro. Just 1 hour, it just website. So this is a 3 minute time frame entry. So if I'm sitting in the 3 minute, I would probably enter. I should enter. I should have entered here. I should have entered here, or else this next candle. It's this or this. This is the 6 minutes time. This is the 6 minutes time. There is no point of thinking because it's completely inverted and it's rejecting out of this inversion candle. So there is no point of thinking. I should have entered here to the stop loss at the third candle low. That should be the tight stop. That should be the tight stop for me. Or else, so because there is no point for the price coming back here and going up, but still it's a clean rejection. So I can keep a stop loss below the 50% level. That's a tight stop, but still, or else if I miss this, if I'm waiting for this or waiting for this to flip, if this flips, there is no point of thinking twice. I can enter the entry here. I have to put my stop losses at this spot. This third candle low here or here should be my stop loss. The stop loss would be little bigger than I expected because this is that for this entry my stop loss should always go to here. I cannot put here. I should put here. So mostly because of this move, I would get a good risk reward. But the thing is, I don't need to wait for this inversions. The inversions, these are all the following convictions. The first conviction is liquidity speed causing out of the tapping 75, tapping 75 DRT, respecting the 5 minute respecting the 5 minute fair value gap, we got this inversion and we got rejection. This is where we need to enter and we need to put the stop here and we have to wait and see what is going to happen. As soon as this get inverted and as soon as we get this fair value gaps, we can clearly move the stop loss to this area. So we reduce the risk. So we can hold till this spot would be our first target. And second target would be this size. Why this size? Because that's combined with the 1 hour fair value gap. That's it. Okay. What about 1 minute? 1 minute, do I find anything in 1 minute? No. So this is the time you should go to 1 minute. Until then, you don't have any authority to go to 1 minute because 1 minute is a little confusing. You have to wait in high time frame. Once you get the specific spot. Like yesterday, I found that entry model here, right? Like accumulation, manipulation around 9 o'clock. So if I drop down to 1 minute, if I found any entry, I can shoot that entry. Because I found the direction. I find the direction. I find the liquidity slip. I find the failure of expecting. I find the entry model in 1 minute. I should enter. So that's where I find a good risk correlation. Not directly jump into 1 minute and just setting. If I'm doing that, I would be wrecked. Wrecked. Okay. So drop to that 75 to that 15 minutes, consolidate spending some time here. We got a really good breakout structure. So we can consider this as a breakout structure. And we got a really good inversions and we have a really good fair value gaps. And you can clearly see not even a single candle reach that fair value gap, consequent enrichment. So this is more than enough information for me to enter. So we are the market leader. After this drop, after this liquidity sweep, what we got? We got a really good inversions. Boom. We got the market structure shift. We got that inversions. We got the market structure shift. We don't need to worry. We just need to, and we have a really good favor. So we can put the limit out of here, bro. Honestly, we can put the limit out of here. Stop loss will go all the way down. The market structure shift. We got the clean inversions. And we can, and it forms a really good displacement target. How good the third candle closes break and how good the third candle closes. That's give the narrative. No, that gives the narrative it's going to go higher. And if you see this, how could you not able to take this entry? If you mark this value up, if you're seeing this happening after this, how could you not take this entry? Not even a single candle close below the 50% of the fair value, yes. So inversion has been tagged. It's completely rejected the consequent approachment rejection. Boom. Which again just jumping out of that level. Take beautifully support here, bro. Not even a single candle body closed here. So even if you entered here to the stop here, that would be a great risk. One should 10 if you're effective. Okay, I wanna delete all those things. Let me dial in now. Just some. Okay. So where we are now. So we have this low here on our. We have this sell side liquidity, major sell side liquidity if I'm not wrong. This is where the price start to pump up. And you can clearly see this first leg. As soon as price reaches this spot, it start depends on buying reaction, then it drops down. Okay. Major liquidity has been taken. Price boom. We are inside that fair value gap. We could target in this spot. So we are inside that 1 hour gap. This is the only thing which make me go for some sort of okay. After the huge drop, price went back higher drops. It's literally created a fair value gap. If it respected, we could expect the price to reach here. Let's see. Mhm. Take this major liquidity, boom, rejection, drop. Let me see what is not happening. What's going to happen inside that 1 hour gap? That's very important for me right now. Right? Yeah. Still had yeah, the order flow is genuinely bearish. You have the major liquidity down here. This one and this one should be the major liquidity for us today. And we are almost inverted this gap. Not almost inverted this gap. So I wanted to see what is going to happen inside this range. What is going to happen inside this range will determine where I'm going to target this and this, and this. Okay, these are all equal lows here as well. So we got that equal lows here as well. We got that relative equal lows. That is also a cool target, cool place to target. Major liquidity, relative equal lows. Let me see. This is where it's break. Okay. So this is where it's break the low. Boom. And if you can clearly see how beautifully it's rejecting out of this level and sell off. All I wanted to see it needs to get flipped. Okay. Mm. After this break, can I take this as the inversion, this as the breakout structure? Can I short this, target this on this area? Okay, does that make sense? Oh, how are you? Good, yeah? Okay.
Hello. Sorry, maybe. ठीक है बुक कर ली क्या वगैरह? आपको भी जाना है?
Like, right or wrong with this and the second time. Keeping his emotions, keeping the sleep, holding it out all the way. We look for long, as soon as we get this guy, but as soon as we get this emotion, market issues, it's been hard, we can target this. We can target hard places. But before that, we need to make sure that where the place wants to be. Before that, we need to make sure where the place wants to be. That matters more, right? Because because hard memories, this law already has been reached, and we have to vertical lows, and this will the order flow is bearish, and markets keep on going lower, and the whole move is to rebalance this gap, this range, like this is to break the low, right? The whole move is to rebalance that. I can find it. I can see. I can clearly see that in one hour. So if that 1 hour fair value are getting flipped, which meaning to say we cannot go bullish because it's high, low, high. You clearly see whatever the fair value is formed inside the range has been flipped, everything has been flipped. You get the market structure shift here. Not only the inverse, but also market structure shift, pull back, pull back. Again it's drops lower. I can clearly see that fair value got respected. And there is no gaps here, so there is no point of thinking about this. There is no firewall gap in this leg, so obviously we could target lower prices. We need to be bearish, and then major confidence is what? Mm, forward sessions. Mm, Asian drop. Okay. Is it London high? Emotions, it just drops. So obviously we could target London there. For now, and there is nothing special. I don't like to go for this in this kind of time. And honestly, it's about to get here. What if I really passionate? Maybe reason why I can go for short. Out of us there is right now, and there is no fair value of discipline, the online liquidity, there is no fair value formed. As soon as we took that, as soon as we took the London high and rebalances that breaker, we are the only thing. It's just the first leg. If it's three very sort of highs, I would look for go. I would like to go for entry, but that's the only thing that make me feel more comfortable to go for sell. Other than that, we got these two major emotions and these two emotions, like these two major plus this major emotions, and we got the breakup structure here, and these are all the engineer liquidity, so drop. So for this break, what happened here? For this break, it's give the pullback, drop down one more time, and we can clearly see the fail to breach that high. Instead, it's give the breakout structure with nice displacement. So inside this area, we can be bearish. So inside this area, you can be bearish. You can wait for this candle to inverse. So that's basically my entry model. So I should wait for that what it's respecting here, and we can clearly see this get inversion and earlier creation as well as this reach in this area. I will enter into the stop at this side and I do for prices. That's my plan for now. Let me see. Order food, just going with order food. That's it. Did I cheat? Did I share my screen or not? I shared my screen. Internet is very difficult. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is like a little cool, bro. It's a cool thing, bro. Now we can expect the best to go ahead. It took 4 months out of this. Anything what why it's happening. Clearly hold the rod, certainly anything. Maybe for this range, it's 50% or not. But in level, it will not know. Maybe as a permanent. So, wait, excuse me. If we get a pullback out of this area, if we get a pullback here, we can enter this rapidly slow targeted, obviously the size. Because we are bouncing out of the 1 hour ground. Bouncing out of the 1 hour, we can actually see its 15 minutes there. But there is no fan area created, that's the only thing it's not right. And we also got two inversions, break. So this is the first leg. So if you found anything, you can look for buy and target on this one. Next would be this. That is something you could do for today. Let's see. Clean cooking movement, clean aspects. We can clearly see that in better inversions, better section. That's the reason why I never tried this. You should speak the highs, speak and internalize. Then only the result is good. Until then, it should be different. Break, primarily, yes, very good. Breaker plus the first inversion, primarily, so the inversion earlier following the price. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a very good catch, bro. Not here. Mm, we will have the 3 minute and 5 minutes. But we get 3 minutes. We are cooked here. We will get a measure. Let me say, we will happen. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, 9:30. No, we got a really good thing. But there is market share shift. It's the only thing that lacks. Let's see, there's no market share shift. There is no final gaps in this room. That's oh, who told there is final gaps? Who telling you there is no final gaps? What is this then? So we are with that internal liquidity, we are bouncing out of the stalemate gap, and we not give the inertia it's not give the breakout structure, but still we give a really good clean immersion with parallel gap. Let me see if this drops lower or it's break. I like to see it's getting filled. It's getting filled or getting respected, and it's because move higher. 930, let's see 930. All these target figures. Clean target figures. Volume motion, don't with the volume motion. It's kind of getting swept. So we want to see this detail. Okay, I need to see it's getting respected. I need to see if this needs to get respected. If it's not respected, then it's gonna be like, man, holy fuck. Let's see. Oh god, right. Let's get start with you name points such as $90. Green nice push. You would gather this. Yeah, I'm not sure. I start as the forward of the distant. And I want to see place use this right. 嗯嗯。 Okay. So we entering here with the stock market is low, and we are expecting this should be a target is on 1.8 and this is the two and that's that's a target. Game over one then if it works, if it's not, if it works, if it's not, it's not. Try to put the stop loss in. Challenge, really good start. So let's be want to see this. So you want to see this market. Oh, you get the market structure should give. If I will get got rebalanced 3 seconds. That's awesome. That's awesome thing. So that's an awesome thing. We're only getting rebalanced. We get the emotion, this market structure should but with a couple of here. That's a really good stop loss. That would anyone stop loss. That's a really good stop loss. There's no point for the price coming back here and take something else. Mm. 4 minutes, good 4 minutes. Let's pause it, yeah. Let's see what's going on. Make sure next first yeah. Mm. This is what I'm targeting. And hot and this is what I'm targeting. Especially this evening. This is our target. So this is the way to target. This take cautious. I must take cautious for the rest of the questions. Mm, that makes sense. That makes sense. 20% break at 8% break at 50 type. Not interested in stock of the page. On the page. 17. So according to my knowledge, according to this because structure, high something is the first time is the first time some sort of high has been created and displaced. So the galaxy so far. So as soon as space is this if this liquid equals yeah. The first time we got the bigger structure recognized displacement. Background. This is the first time that the really group of the high action break on displays. Obviously, we could expect this. Let's start off here. Let me see. That is going to happen. Let's see. You can see this. So I can 9:45 open up manipulate convenient double by 9. No, no, she's easy on unusual. I feel that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. If it's yeah, I can just you can at least cut the risk by Can we cut the sky? We don't need to do anything else. Okay, that is the much. So we cut the sky 5 points. Let's see. So I'm cutting the display 5 points and then drawing them. So it's and we start to see the hands and the diagram. All of them go, they're done. And reduce my strength. Accelerating the accelerating to the accelerating to the and then I can fuck and if you can um okay, not bad, not that bad. Let's start this way. So this has been adjusted, bro. This has been adjusted. What a wait a watch. Two wins. First win execution is really good and clean. Execution is really good and clean. Second, stop loss was nice. Not putting crazy stop loss. Third, mm, take profit zones also makes sense. Take profit zones are also making some sense to me. Fourth, mm, entry place is also good. 0.0 of the 15 1 hour. And not having we have the private, I didn't notice it. The private structure shield displacement. And we had a clean first load and we had that all engineer liquidity. So then so far it's little good. So we don't need to panic. We don't need to panic. I just adjust the stop a little bit. I just adjust the stop a little bit, bro. Why I adjust the stop? Because there is no point of holding the price without adjusting the stop because it's moved to a reasonably good spot. So I'm willing to adjust my stop and yeah, that's it. I willing to adjust my stop. Well, just adjusting my stop because it's moved. It's use what if you want. So at least I had to cut my risk by 50%, right? So I cut my risk by 50%. Now my risk is very small. Now my risk is very small. Like whatever I risk initially, I made the risk to 50%. So my head was now is little smaller than I expected. So, um, X% had gone down 46. That's good. Combine. Combine and can be a thing. You already click on it, right? You already click on it. So you are going to just hold on the good idea. Put this highs. It was a drastic. It has a potential to go higher. So let me fall. So far, it's most like 17 points. We were targeting 27 points. And we have taken the trade. There is no point of speaking about this. I mean, the stop loss is very good. So this one is also needs to be like, either I need to close the profits, either I need to close the profits, or else I need to break your trade. But I don't want to. So, I don't want to do so. I know my stop loss to break even like that, and I need to target at least at this point. This, at least this point. At least really what I was not in. Let me tell you that. And close the deal. First of all, it's break even. The targeting that is not really good spot. So, potential of the price to go to that's very high. And I gave a lot of coins, 46 level minimum. That's not bad, that's not good. Okay, only 1.6 the percentage. They done, bro. There's no point of sitting here. So this should be my that is 27 points. This should be my three. So I think 30 points left. I think the target I'm going to go. And now in this weekend we are going to go. That's it. You done? Game plan, clean bread. Fuck you. If you want to do it, Okay, done, go. Okay, done. So that's it. Done for the day. Clean tray. About to look for shot. I am not convinced when it comes to go for shot. I'm just looking for it according to the probability. What could I do? What I did, I just marked the family and I see what I just wanted to see what is going to happen inside that range. I just inverted, just clean inversion, backup structure, family upfolding, three-minute inversion. According to the high, like from the bullish side, it's more strong than the bearish. And bearish, I don't like that. Like to take those kind of shots. I always like to stay. just again like that. I need to see some liquidity sweep, but there is no liquidity sweep. That's why I don't like to go for a short. As soon as I get the market maker buy model, I was more convinced to go for it. So I just take that. I was little patience. I'm not entering the trade once it just reach the fair value. Wait for the reaction. As once I get a clean reaction, I put the entry. But due to that, I cannot put the stop loss at swing low. I just put the stop loss at that candle low. That's a volume candle, but most of it, but in the long run, it's not going to be good. I should enter the trades based on the fair value. Just like as soon as it gives a pullback to the reasonable level, I should enter and put the stop at the swing low. And as soon as it start moving towards my direction, I need to manage the trade. That's how I need to trade. Let's see. That's it. I just take a trade, one trade. That's worked really good. And at my first possible target has been hit. I closed my express account. Very minimum profit. So okay, that doesn't matter. Today I'm going to do one more thing. Why should I not doing this right now? I want to do one thing, which is mm, go to the settings, go to the settings, charts, which are data speed, executions, no privacy. I want to hide daily loss limit. I need the daily loss limit, but I don't need the what I want to see. Daily loss limit is needed, but we don't need the unrealized penalty. Unrealized penalty. Realized penal also. Okay. Unrealized penal means unrealized penal I don't want to see. Realized penal also I don't want to see. I only want to see the balance. If I'm not wrong, I don't want to see the balance as well. I don't want to see the balance. Streamer board balance. Okay. Streamer mode max limit. I only want to see the max loss limit. Okay. That's something I need. Only want. So today after from this day itself, I'm not going to see the daily loss limit. So the daily loss limit is anyway. I'm not going to breach that. If I breach that, it's going to close my trading window. That's it. Streamer mode unrealized. So I cannot see that unrealized panel. What the felt. What the fuck is that? So I'm not going to see any sort of realized panel. How much I made. How much I make like today. How much I made. How much drawdown I have. No daily loss limit basically. No unrealized panel. No realized panel. Only I can see the max loss limit. That's it. And streamer mode balanced. And I cannot see the balance as well. It's all up. So I'm only able to see the max loss limit. I have how many? 774, something like that. And I don't 774 something like that. That's good. So I don't cannot see the balance. I cannot see the realized payment. I cannot see the unrealized payment. I can't see daily loss limit. Nothing. Nothing. Genuinely nothing. I can see nothing. Mm, mm. Oh, 10 o'clock. Bro, almost it's closer to the target, bro. What the fuck? Almost, brother. That's the reason why I always told you to put the target at the body. If anyone put the body, just to miss. Fuck, yeah. Why I want to keep trail at least nine means I have at least have some buffers for tomorrow too, right? So let me do that. Organized. This dialing action, just want to keep it like right here, just to the body. 10 points, just basically $300 worth of profits I could lock. And so the final deck would be here, like 44 points. But here we choose the contracts. So I have had two limit cell right here. It's like in this area. So two limit cell. We're gonna do that two limit cell here, and one might be here. So one more was already here. One limit cell. So two should goes walk. I should close to here and move my stop loss to this spot and try to take it. That's something so awkward, right? So awkward. Almost it reached this part, bro. Almost. Fucking hell. Pull up also been going targeted. Pull up loads of it was targeted. It's little fucking annoying. I can put in the thing. It's close.